Hello everybody, what is up? It is Texam here, and considering everybody on 9B is starting up a YouTube channel, I thought I'd take my hand at it too. I did just woke up, I don't have any professional microphone, and I'm sick, so this is probably a triple hit to my quality, but, you know, who really cares? Considering I don't really have any incredible bases or builds to show off that can't get coordinate exploited, I thought I'd go through my story here on 9B. So, let's start last year in June of 2018. I joined this, well, actually, that's more than last year. This is actually 2 years now. I joined as TechZem a week or so after 2IA because I decided to get back into Anarchy after a brief interest with Rush's video in 2016. I looked for a few Anarchy alternatives and found 9B90. I joined and met a dude by the name of Ollie Zhao after talking in chat. Ollie and I based no more than 30k from spawn. We spent our time looking for dupes and with dispensers and slime blocks, which really was not the best route, even at the time. Expanding our cave base and searching for end portals was also our pastime. This was prior to the end portals being readily available throughout the diagonals at 5k, 5k, etc. Shockingly enough, the cave base has not been found, and it has not... Actually, I second-guessed myself. It has been found. However, it has not been griefed. It was found by a user on the subreddit who left a sign and DM'd me. Very nice of him. After this, Ollie and I decided to move further out. We went around 100k from spawn and still only 4k off the axis. We built into a mine shaft and decorated it with ornate floor designs. Unfortunately, after finding an end portal around 2,000 blocks from spawn, I died with whatever valuables I had in the end, leaving Ollie with 2 shulkers and no e-chest to put them in. My interest in the server ultimately diminished, and I didn't play again until November of 2018. I logged in at spawn and made my way to a small island base. I made some farms, a small home, among other creations. In the beginning, it was myself and Ranger 2012, a player I'd met in chat. Ranger soon went inactive, as did I for a couple weeks. I logged back in once more and invited some players to the base. The original player I invited brought 2 more with him. Timepole was the only semi-active one after a couple weeks. The other player did not show up originally and eventually chose to grief our island. We logged on to a blown-up base and a portal leading down from the sky. Timepole and I took that portal and traveled 500k to form what would now be known as the Memento Mori base. In the spirit of Anarchy, Memento Mori translates to remember your mortality, a good spirit of mind for a server like 9B. Roman generals would have the phrase whispered in their ear according to written records. At this point, neither Timepole nor myself had picked up on any functioning dupes, despite multiple going right under our noses. We made a villager farm. Timepole, with some serious dedication, made yet another guardian farm, and we built some beautiful homes. After a while, Timepole went inactive. I got extremely bored at Memento Mori base, and multiple months passed up until around early June of 2019. I decided to invite a player by the name of that one guy, _ to Memento Mori, and soon after he arrived, I acquired my first wealth on 9B90. Riga, notorious player and programmer of Seppuku client, generously gifted me an e-chest worth of miscellaneous shulkers after we had met in the voice chat of one of JJ's streams. Thank you for that, Riga. My former basemate, that one guy, went on vacation for a while, and I actually have not heard from him since, so I invited a new fag by the name of Schmaniel to the base. He's German, he is a Nazi, we've established this. He brought 2 other players, BDMR and Goofy Titties, both of which I still talk to this day, and thus, Team Destiny was born. Of course, you may question our name choice, as Corrupted Greed's Team Destiny was far more well-known. Myself not being too well-versed in 9B90's history, and my basemates all being very new to the server, we had not considered that the name was used, and it is pretty embarrassing. However, our Destiny was more or less a brand for us as players. Not a base or an idea. We built some cool shit and even began another reconstruction of the Jesus statue from 2B2T. It was around this time that Ranger 2012 messaged me on Discord, and as I trusted him prior, I invited him to the base. We had just caught wind of the Seppuku bypass dupe, and this was the first dupe that any of us, including myself, had actively utilized. After some long hours of duping, we left the Destiny base for a further base in the millions. The Destiny base met its end well after its abandonment, and I heard about this from a person in chat mentioning how the stash had been blown to pieces. Myself, along with the rest of the now-defunct Team Destiny, left the 9B9T for a couple months, only just recently coming back for the Christmas dupe. Personally, I'm glad to see this community is still thriving, and I hope it continues. Though we may use the kits of Team Destiny, our group's name will most likely return to a golden piece of nostalgia in my 9B9T life, and be named Memento Mori. I hope you all enjoyed my story. Hope it wasn't too boring. Thank you all for listening. Oh, by the way, Fraz, stop making fun of Team Destiny. We get it. We're new facts.